Hi guys, so today I'm going to help you guys take notes on equivalent, what it means to be equivalent, and fraction busters. So first of all, we need to talk about what it means to be equivalent. So when two equations are equivalent, it means that their solutions are the same. So if x equals 3 for one equation and x equals 3 for the second equation, then they are said to be equivalent. And we can create equivalent equations by doing the same thing to both sides of an equation. So we can add, we can subtract, we could multiply, we could divide. As long as we do it to both sides of the equation, then it will create an equivalent equation. So for example, we can take this equation 2x plus 1 equals 3, and we can add, let's say, 9 to both sides. And that would give us 2x plus 10 equals 12. And so this equation is equivalent to the original equation because we did the same thing to both sides. Another example is taking that same original equation, 2x plus 1 equals 3, and multiplying by something on both sides. So let's multiply by 10 on both sides. The only thing is when you multiply, you have to be careful that you do it to every single term. So we're going to multiply the 2x by 10. We're also going to multiply the 1 by 10. And we're also going to multiply the 3 by 10. So we did it to both sides. We did it to everything. That gives us 20x plus 10 equals 30. And this equation, 20x plus 10 equals 30, is equivalent to the original equation, 2x plus 1 equals 3. So this idea of equivalence brings us to fraction busters now. What fraction busters are is it's when we have an equation that involves fractions. It's not really very easy to solve it with fractions, so we want to get rid of them, cancel them out, and we do that with fraction busters and with multiplying something to both sides of the equation. So the fraction buster is the number that you use that you multiply to both sides of an equation to get rid of that fraction or to cancel out the denominator. For instance, let's look at this example. We have x over 3 plus x over 5 equals 6. We don't really want these fractions, so let's get rid of them. Here we have a denominator of 3. So what we'll get rid of a denominator of 3 is by multiplying by 3. If we want to multiply this equation by 3, we have to do it to everything. We have to do it to both sides. So we're going to multiply this by 3. We're going to multiply this by 3. And we're going to multiply the 6 by 3. Again, that eliminated the denominator here. So what we should have left over is x plus 3x over 5 equals 18. Okay, but there's still a problem here because we still have a fraction. So there's still a fraction. This one has a denominator of 5. So what would get rid of a denominator of 5 would be multiplying by 5. Again, we need to make it equivalent. We have to multiply everything by 5. So multiply the x by 5, multiply this fraction by 5, and multiply the 18 by 5. So that's going to give us 5x, and of course this 5 and this 5 eliminate. That's what we were trying to do. So plus 3x equals 90. Okay, and now we have an equation that we can definitely solve. So we can take 5x plus 3x, combine those like terms to make 8x equals 90, and then we would divide both sides by 8. X equals 90 over 8, and then we could of course simplify this or put it in a calculator and turn it into a decimal.